Hello and welcome to FoxSports.com's draft coverage. I'm Laura Oakman, joined by Alex Marvez, Peter Schrager. We are breaking down, grading, dissecting, picking and prodding all 32 teams to see how they did for the 2013 draft. Let's start with the Arizona Cardinals, who came in. Give me an adjective, first of all, to describe that offense last year. Would you like to throw out
Ryan Lindley-ish? I don't know. Sputtering? Is that a good word? I don't know.
You put lousy and awful together? Is that something like that?
That's
Louseful?
exactly.
Is that?
That's the right
Great
adjective.
Yes.
They came in a mess offensively. New head coach, new general manager. How did they do? Slap a grade on the Arizona Cardinals, and did they fix what they could with that offense?
You know, all the headlines on Monday morning out of Arizona is going to be about the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. I actually don't think that was the biggest impact pick they made, though. Obviously, the first-round choice, Jonathan Cooper, the big guard out of North Carolina, the top guard on most teams' boards. Fantastic pickup. Kevin Minter. You know, everyone's talking about Manti Te'o, Alec Ogletree. I know some teams really like Kevin Minter in the middle. They bring him on. Mathieu, we'll see what happens with him, but later in the rounds, when they pick up a guy like Andre Ellington out of Clemson in the 6th round, some people saw him as a 3rd or 4th round pick. I love that selection. They did things that they upgraded at. I still don't know if they addressed the offensive line enough. You get one guy in Jonathan Cooper, but last year they were 4-0 with Kevin Cobb at quarterback. He goes down. He also had no one protecting him.
Yeah, and that's the big problem. And, you know, unfortunately, when it comes to the Arizona Cardinals, all the tackles were gone. So they had to go ahead and settle for a guard. I hate to say settle, but it's true. And some people were thinking Chance Warmack was going to be the guy. Instead, Jonathan Cooper, this guy is built like a fire hydrant. I mean, his traps are just monstrous. And he's a super smart young man as well. A 5-year player at North Carolina. As we know, those guys are really rare. A communications major as well. So I really like the pick there. I also like the change of offensive line coach. And I'm not one to usually bag on assistant coaches, but Russ Grimm really struggled in his time in Arizona to build a cohesive line. And it wasn't just a one-year thing. It was year after year after year that the Arizona Cardinals struggled.
Talent or scheme? What are you saying when it comes to that?
Well, I mean, look, they had some first-round talent in Levi Brown. I think, too, there were some bad talent assessments as well. Darren College signing him to a big-time deal. It just really wasn't that caliber type of player. So I know that he didn't have a whole ton. In some ways, he didn't have things to work with, but in some ways, he did. And there's a reason he doesn't have a job right now.
Laura, I'll say this also. Everyone talks about smoke screens. At the Combine, Alex and I were there. There was a rumor going around that Matt Barkley was going to go 7th overall to the Arizona Cardinals. Don't believe what you read in February. I think we learned that here. The Cardinals didn't even address the quarterback spot. They have Carson Palmer. He seems to be the guy.
Yep, and also one guy that I think you should keep an eye on, Ryan Swope. And this young man, a wide receiver out of Texas A&M, really, to me, could have been a very second, 3rd-round pick. One problem, 4 concussions during his time at Texas A&M, and not a good era to be having concussions and coming into the league. The Cardinals roll the dice and take him. If he can go ahead and stay concussion-free, I think they got a steal in the 6th round.
All right, so the grade for Arians Keim, their first draft together, is?
Solid B for me. Solid B.
Yep, B as well, but there's a lot of work ahead in the desert.
All right, gentlemen, thank you, and thank you for watching. Make sure to keep it logged on right here to FoxSports.com for all your NFL coverage.